This is an example of the front page of our spreadsheet. This was done 2 years ago. I mean, it's changed from there. I don't have pricing here, but it includes pricing. And so what it would say is the name of the package, the number of titles, whether or not the C column was whether or not there were enhanced titles in the package and how many, and then what was the total title count, and what were the conditions and terms for that package, whether it was consortially bought, whether we had options to swap, and this was just information to educate the selectors and to help them make these choices. This is an extract from the spreadsheet that is for economics. So in this fund code, we're receiving several titles from several packages, and the economics selector could see this at a glance. So if he were asked whether there was duplication in content, not exact duplication, but the value of the content, that changes could be made. And he could refer back to the first page to see what kind of changes could be made. Plus, here's our usage data. So they found this comprehensive approach to be very helpful. And here's the same example, only with biology. So BIPO is our biology fund code for online material, and the selector could just look at everything. This is not showing, biology is one of our biggest subject areas in packages, so it's not showing every package at this point on this screen. Okay, but the next objective was to capture some print data and compare the usage of a title that we received both in print and online. So we extracted our titles from our ILS for our current periodicals. When we designed the control records for our current periodicals, we standardized the language. We standardized the language and used a control vocabulary in the description of what were the terms and everything about that subscription, so that we could extract data at any time. We used very little free text in saying whether it went to a reading room or what happened to that title. So RR meant reading room, and it was in a particular place in the particular part of the serial control record, so we could extract everything from every library that was in a reading room. So it was a current periodical. Included in the report were the title number, the ISSN, all the pertinent information related to the title, but also URLs if the title was available online. It didn't matter who provided it. It was every provision for that title, and in many cases we had multiple provisions for a particular title. Our access staff alerted us to something called Marked as Used, which is part of our ILS program, and that means that items with barcodes could be read as they were being reshelved. You would want the barcode, and it would interpret that as a use and a circulation, but an in-house circulation. Now, we don't barcode our current periodicals, so we had to design something where this would work. So we used duplicate barcodes. We created an item on the title record for a particular journal that was shelved in the reading room, and it was shadowed from the public. And then we took a duplicate barcode and we added it to our report. All right, so then, this is what that looked like. This is our report, the title, the barcode, and then signs were placed throughout the reading room to ask the users not to reshelve journals. Before reshelving, each journal title was looked up on that report, and it was wanded in as a use. Right. The report ran monthly to capture the in-house use for each title. And this is what the report looked like. We would get the title, the ISSN, and the number of uses for the month. The original report, as I mentioned, contained the URLs of the periodicals. Because it was in spreadsheet format, we filtered by the providers, all right, so that we could then go to our counter reports to get usage by that provider for these titles, and we added them to the report. So I'm going to show you that in a second, but What the outcome of doing that comparison was that we canceled print where electronic usage was overwhelmingly greater and the source was stable. And we changed formats. We moved to online if it was economical and the source was stable. So this is a look at the spreadsheet now with the title. And this means we have it in print and we have it in an electronic format. Usage in the electronic usage as well as print usage. And I put this particular collection up because you see lots of zeros in the print usage. And I mean, the comparison was really shocking because we did not expect to see zeros. We did expect to see something, but it was kind of shocking. So 864 print titles were canceled where electronic was acceptable, and 470 titles were changed to online, and that's considerable. The remaining periodicals after this cancellation were 5,000, and we've gone from 21,000 print to 15 to 12 to now about 5,000 subscribed titles. We're not talking about anything free, gift, or government document titles. So now we're currently participating in the EBSCO usage consolidation. And we're participating as beta testers for the product. And having the sushi protocol as part of the statistic gathering is incredibly helpful to have the information automatically appear there, and then to tie that in with titles that we subscribe to, and I'm saying this awkwardly, where EBSCO is our subscription agent, we can actually utilize that information together and get a cost per use. And having acquisition and usage information available in one location is actually ideal. So we're happy to be participating in this program. Future plans, we would like to compare unfilled ILL requests to our electronic and print holdings to see why our holdings weren't recognized, and then get data about that. And recently we're asked to drill down when gathering usage statistics to determine which volumes were used during a given period, and then drill down by article along with impact factors and eigenfactors. And it's a complicated work, but very worthwhile for collection development. And that's all I have for you. Okay, thank you.